We're going to start in child's pose. So once you're ready, you can find your way in your child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, forehead down, and just stretch your arms out in front. And begin to connect to your breath, breathing in and out through the nose, finding your Ujjayi breath, and just noticing here how your body feels, right? Especially on a Monday morning. Notice how it feels from the weekend. Checking in here. Work on making those inhales and exhales a little bit longer so you can use that breath throughout the practice. Walk your hands to the right side of the mat and place your left hand on top of the right. So it just creates a little stretch there through the left side body. Then walk it to the left side and place your right hand on top of the left. Good. Now let's come up to a tabletop to our hands and knees. Inhale, drop the belly, arch your back, and gaze up for cow pose. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin in and round your back for cat. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round. One more time. Inhale to arch. And exhale, round. Good. Find a neutral spine. Step your left leg out to the side and come up so that you're on your right knee and your left foot for gate pose. Left hand goes on the left leg and then reach your right arm over your ear, creating that side body stretch. Good. Lift up, switch your legs, put your left knee down, step your right foot to the side, and then reach that left arm over your ear, taking it the other way. Good. Back to your tabletop, reset. Thread the needle, peel the right arm up, and thread it through. Put your head down, walk your left hand forward, and maybe crawl it a little to the right. Then walk it back into tabletop and switch sides. Peel the left arm up, thread it through, and then walk your right hand forward and maybe crawl it a little to the left side. Good. Back up to your tabletop position, hands and knees. Now, opposite arm and leg, extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. So use your core, find your balance. Exhale, knee to elbow, pull it in. Inhale to extend and reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time, knee to elbow. And then extend it out and either hold it here or take your right hand, see if you can grab your left foot for a little bit of a back bend. Stretch it out, place it down, switch sides, left arm, right leg. Exhale, knee to elbow, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow, inhale to extend. Good, one more time, knee to elbow, and then extend it out and hold it straight or reach around, grab the foot and find that back bend. Stretch it out, place it down, and then we'll move into our first down dog. Plant your hands shoulder width, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, your feet about hips width, and you can walk it out, bend one leg at a time, stretch your calves, hamstrings, any small movements here that feel good. Try to shrug your shoulders away from the ears, press your chest back towards your thighs, working your heels closer to the floor. Walk your feet to the front, ragdoll, feet hips width, bend your knees and grab opposite elbows and let yourself really hang here. This is really good for your lower back. Bend your knees a lot and just let gravity help you. Maybe shake your head, yes or no, to relax your neck. You can sway a little bit side to side, shifting the body weight from the right foot to the left foot. Or you can also sway forward and back, shifting from the balls of the feet to the heels. Keeping the knees bent, release your arms and roll yourself up to stand, one vertebra at a time. When you get to the top, lift your arms up. Your right hand grabs your left wrist and pull it to the right. So you create that side body stretch. And then switch. Your left hand grabs your right wrist and pull it to the other side. Good, bring it to center. Interlace the fingers behind your lower back or hold onto your yoga strap. Open up the chest, bend your knees a little, and then fold forward, keeping the hands interlaced. Releasing your hands down to the floor. Now take your right foot, cross it all the way behind your left foot. So your left leg is crossed in front, and you can put your hands on the blocks as you fold. You might bend your knees here. You can also try walking it to the side, walking the hands to the left side if you want. Walk it to center and switch the cross of the feet. So now your right foot's in front, folding straight forward or walking it to the right side. Good, walk it to center. Uncross your feet and bring them together. Inhale to lengthen your spine to a flat back. Fingertips can be on the shins or the floor. And then as you exhale, plant your hands, step to plank. First one, let's modify together, bringing the knees down. Hug your elbows in and slowly lower to the floor. Modified chaturanga. Good, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra pose, just finding a smaller back bend, coming part way up, and then lowering back down. Good, pushing up to your knees to that modified plank. Tuck your toes under, go back to down dog. And as we start to move here, and we do more of those chaturangas, remember, you can always put the knees down. You can also skip them if you ever need to skip them. Look forward, step or hop both feet to the front of the mat and bring your feet together. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now this time, using your flat back, inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to stand, gazing up and maybe pressing those palms together overhead. Then as you exhale, swan dive right back down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step back, chaturanga, this time from the toes or the knees, lower halfway and hug your elbows in. Then flip over your feet, inhale, up dog or cobra, finding your back bend. Exhale as you meet back in downward facing dog. Look forward, hop or step, both feet to the front. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, swan dive back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can step or even add a little hop back if you want. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra, making sure your knees are off of the floor here if you're an up dog. And then exhale back, down dog. One more time, just like that. Look forward, step or hop to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to stand. And exhale, swan dive back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hop or step, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. And then just take a few deep breaths. Check in with your down dog, right? As you warm up, hopefully those heels start to get a little closer to the mat. Lift your right leg up. Open the hip and bend the leg. Maybe draw a few circles with the ankle. Maybe move the whole leg. Just create a little space there. Straighten the leg, square your hip, and step your right foot forward. Low lunge. Drop your left knee on the ground. Make sure you step it far enough forward that your knee's over your ankle, and bring your hands to your thigh. So you're trying to sink into this left hip flexor, the left psoas. You can keep the hands here or lift them up, add a little back bend, gazing up, maybe pressing the palms together overhead. Good. Bring your hands to prayer position at the center of your chest here. Twist left elbow outside the right leg, working the hands still towards the center of the chest, lengthening the spine as you twist. Now lower your hands back down to the ground. Half splits, straightening the right leg, flexing the foot. You can also use your blocks here. And folding over the right leg, stretching into your hamstring and calf on the right side. Good. Rebend the leg. Bring your hands to the mat so you can step back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. And then we'll switch sides, lifting the left leg up. Open the hip and bend the leg. Just on that first one, again, maybe move it around, roll the ankle or the whole leg. Anything that feels good. Then straighten it, square the hip, and step your left foot forward. Low lunge. Bring your hands to your thighs, sinking into that right hip flexor, that right psoas. Keeping the hands here or lifting your arms, maybe gazing up, maybe pressing the palms together for that back bend. Hands come to prayer position, twist right elbow outside the left leg. And again, working the hands towards the center of the chest. Lower your hands to the floor or to the blocks. Half split, straighten your left leg, flex your left foot, and fold over that left leg. Noticing how the back of the leg feels on this side. And now as you rebend it, bring your hands back to the floor so you can step your way back to chaturanga. Low push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up. Step it between your hands. This time stay on the ball of your back foot. Crescent lunge. Anjanasana, high crescent lunge. Arms straight up to the ceiling. Your hips are square. You have a big bend in that front leg, but your back leg is very straight. Engage that back leg to help you to balance with your back heel lifted. Make sure that you don't feel like you're on a tightrope. You can always move that back foot a little bit more to the side if you need to. Now, as you open to warrior two, pivot the back heel down, open your hips to the side wall, and your arms out to a T, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. Exhale, windmill your hands to the front and step back. Any variation, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up. Step it forward, crescent lunge. Set up your feet first, you have your balance, and then lift the arms up on the ball of the back foot. Again, checking in here, maybe you can get a little lower in that front leg, engaging that back leg. Open to warrior two, pivoting the back heel down, lining up left heel to right arch, Virabhadrasana B. Looking at that left hand, flip the palm up, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down and step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And lower your knees down for a moment. Let's do one dolphin pose today, just one time. So come down to your elbows, grab onto the outside of the triceps, and then extend your forearms. So your forearms are parallel, elbows are under your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, push the floor away with your arms. Working your shoulders here, making as much space between your face and the floor as you can. See if you can walk your feet together in the middle, maybe even walk them a little closer to your elbows. You can hold here or try lifting your right leg up, keeping the leg straight and the hips square, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. If you had a leg up, left leg up, keep holding your dolphin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. This time bringing your knees together, forehead down, and let your arms relax alongside you, letting those shoulders round forward. Come up to tabletop position. Puppy pose. Keep your hips over your knees as you walk your hands forward and try to melt your chest towards the floor. Maybe the forehead comes down or maybe the chin comes down. Then walk your hands in and we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Looking forward, stepping or hopping to Malasana prayer squat. Turn your toes out, hands to heart center. Use your elbows, open up your hips, your inner thighs here. Press your chest forward, really lengthen the spine. You can hold here or open the arms. Right shoulder inside the right knee, right hand down, left arm up. Good. If you open the arms, bring it to center and then switch. Open it the other way. Good. Back to center. Bring your hands down, straighten your legs, bring your feet in just hips width, parallel for Padagustasana. Peace fingers, grab your big toes. Bend the knees as much as you need to try to hold on to those toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Drop your head, relax your neck. Let your elbows go out to the side and pull yourself towards your legs. Now, if you want to stay here, if this feels good and you want to skip the arm balances, stay here. If you want to try crow pose today, Bakasana, plant your hands shoulder width, walk your feet back a little bit. Bend your arms and make a shelf, and then put those knees up high on that shelf. Keep leaning forward to lift the feet. The more you shift your shoulders forward, the lighter the toes will be. Gaze forward, past the edge of the mat, and stick out your chin. And that's going to prevent you from falling forward. And if crow's not for you, again, you can always stay in that forward fold. You can always set up crow and not actually lift the feet, or maybe you lift one foot and then the other foot. Then when you're ready, let's meet back in that child's pose that we started class in. Big toes together, knees wide, forehead down. Just take a deep breath and reset. And start to make your way back into your down dog. Lift the right leg up, step it forward back to your crescent lunge position. Anjanasana, high lunge. Look forward, airplane Tadasana. Sweep your arms back, palms face down as you float your left leg up. Flexing the left foot, finding your balance here, keeping those hips square and level. Standing splits, bring your hands to the blocks or to the floor and start to work your nose closer to the right leg as you lift the left leg up higher without opening the hip. If you want to grab the ankle, right hand to the back of the right ankle. Now lower your leg a little bit, come back up to your fingertips. Put a little bend in your right knee and try to come back up to airplane just for a breath. And step all the way back, crescent lunge. Open to warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, modified or extended side angle. Right elbow to the thigh or right hand on a block or a floor. Maybe the left arm stays up to the ceiling or maybe you reach it all the way forward, palm facing down. And trying to look up towards the ceiling under that armpit, rotating your chest open. Lift back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse again. And this time as you exhale, coming into half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Walk your right hand 6 to 8 inches in front of your right baby toe, maybe on your block. Remember, you can also adjust the height of the block. Keep that left hip open, flex the foot, aim for that leg about parallel to the floor. You can play with your gaze, right? If you feel really balanced, you can start to look up to the ceiling. That makes it harder. Step back, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands to the front this time and step back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up, step it forward, crescent lunge. Anjanasana. Good, coming into airplane, Tadasana, sweep the arms back, palms face down, find your balance here, flex that right foot. Standing splits, hands come down to the floor or blocks, or maybe left hand to the left ankle. Bring your nose towards that standing leg and lift that right leg up high, by keeping the hips square. Now come back up to your fingertips, lengthen your spine, lower your leg a little bit, bend your left knee, that will help, and then slowly come back up to airplane. Step all the way back, crescent lunge. Very nice. Open to warrior two. Pivot that back heel down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale into side angle, and then choose whichever variation you do on the other side if you can, right? Elbow or hand, maybe reaching that right arm forward for extended side angle. Good, come back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon. Ardha Chandrasana, left hand 6 to 8 inches in front of that left baby toe, maybe on a block, trying to straighten both legs. Keep the hips open and focus your eyes. Step back, warrior two. Reset the feet. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Step back, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now lift the right leg up, but step it outside the right hand. Lizard pose. Drop your left knee on the floor. Hands or elbows or blocks coming down to the floor, right on the inside of that foot. Making sure your right toes point straight forward. So stretching into your hips here. Now press up to your hands, and for the second variation, turn your right foot out 45 degrees. Put your left hand down and twist and peel your right arm back. And you can stay there, or maybe you might grab that back foot and pull it in. Right hand to left foot, stretching the quad, the front of that left thigh now. Good, let go and go back to your down dog. Then we'll switch sides, lifting the left leg up. Step it outside your left hand, starting with that regular lizard pose first with the toes pointing forward, back knees on the floor, and then hands or elbows come down and stretching into that left hip. Good, come back up to the hands and then turn your left foot out 45 degrees to the side. Right hand plants down, twist your left arm back. Maybe stay there or maybe grab that right foot and pull it in and stretch the quad of that back leg. Good, let go and let's meet back in our down dog. Lift the right leg up, step it between your hands, coming back to your crescent lunge. Just for a moment, high crescent lunge, and open to warrior two. Now from our warrior two, straighten your right leg, walk your left foot in just 1 or 2 inches, shift your hips back, reach forward, triangle pose, Koundinyasana. Right hand on the shin, ankle, or foot, or maybe on a block. Left arm straight up to the ceiling, creating length in your spine, creating length in both sides of the waist. Lift all the way back up and then readjust your feet so you can go right back to that warrior two. Walk your back foot out and rebend your front leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down and step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Other side, lifting the left leg up, step it forward. Crescent lunge. Lifting the arms up, good. And then opening it up, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, walk your right foot in just 1 inch or 2, setting up triangles, shift the hips back, reach forward, left hand on the shin, ankle, or foot, Koundinyasana, right arm up to the ceiling. Lift back up and then come back to warrior two. Adjust your back foot, rebend that front leg. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet to the front and then roll yourself up to stand. Step to face the long side of your mat. Separate your feet a few feet apart, feet parallel. Interlace the fingers behind your back or use your yoga strap. Open the chest and fold forward. Pashimotonasana. Straddle forward fold, beginning that chest opening here with the hands interlaced. Release the clasp of your hands. Walk your hands right through the middle now, folding deeper. Take both hands, walk them to the left leg, grab your ankle or calf and pull your nose to the left leg. Then walk it over to the right leg and hold on and pull your nose closer to the right leg. Now come back to center and find a flat back. Take your right foot, turn it out 45 degrees. You're going to come into like a side lunge. You're going to walk your hands back over to that right leg, but you're going to bend it, flex your other foot here, extend it out straight. So one leg looks like your prayer squat, right? It's bent. Your other leg is out straight with the foot flexed. And you might have to keep your hands on the floor. If your heel's down and you feel balanced, you can bring your hands to prayer. Good, then walk it to the other side. So take that side lunge on the other side. Drop your hips down, hands on the floor or in prayer. Your foot is turned out just about 45 degrees. Good, back to center. And now from center, either frog pose or straddle splits. Frog is the one on the knees. You slide your knees as wide apart as you can, flexing the feet, stretching the inner thighs here. Basically a modified version of our straddle splits. Or you can stay on your feet and walk your feet as wide as they'll go, being on the hands or the elbows. So either pose, you want to feel that stretch in the inner thighs. And just breathe and hold it here. Press up to your hands. If you're on your knees, come back up to your feet. If you're on the feet, just toe heel them back into about where we started. Gently bend one knee at a time. Move your hips side to side. Shake it out a little bit. And we'll find a flat back. Bend both knees, hands to hips. Nice and slow. Make your way up to stand. When you're ready, we'll step back to the front of the mat. Feet together. Hands to prayer position. Standing up tall. Mountain pose. Inhale. Reach arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, you can step or hop back to your chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Now lift your right leg up. Step it outside your right hand like you're going to do lizard, but don't come all the way into lizard. So you're in this wide lunge. We're going to work on Koundinyasana, scissors pose. You're going to take it one step at a time. You don't have to come all the way into the arm balance. So from this lunge here, kind of walk your right foot in a little bit, just a couple inches, and you lift your butt up and duck down. And see if you can take your right hand and grab your right calf and put your shoulder behind the knee, and then put your right hand on the outside of the foot. You might have to adjust your hands a little bit here, but your hands should be in line with each other, elbows bent like chaturanga. And you might just stay here. It's pretty deep stretch, getting that shoulder under the leg. If you want to try the front leg, pop your right heel up and wiggle it to the side and flex that foot. Maybe lean forward, hug your left elbow in and float your left leg up. Koundinyasana. So I'm resting on that left elbow. It's really close. It's just like crow pose in that you have to really shift forward. This one even more so, so that's why I always look to the side. So in case I fall on my face, I land on my cheek and not my nose. Plus I find it's easier to balance if you're looking at that front leg. And again, you just take it one step at a time. Nice, Linda. I saw that leg fly up. Good job. When you're done, let's just go back to down dog and we'll see what the other side looks like, right? We take it one step at a time. And one side might be different if you have one hip that's more open. So you lift your left leg up, step it outside that left foot. You're in this kind of wide lunge, and then you walk your left foot in just a couple inches and pike your hips up and duck down. So you can really grab the left calf and wiggle your shoulder underneath, like you're putting that backpack strap on. And then adjust your hands so they're lined up with each other like chaturanga and your elbows are bent. And then just kind of wiggle, walk that left foot to the left. Keep wiggling it, flex it. Hug the right elbow in and then lean forward and then down. Think forward first before you go down to float the back leg up. Your elbows are hugging in really tight and you're pre-bent, even more so than chaturanga, to lift that back leg. The front leg should feel like more of a diagonal, not a split, right? Not necessarily straight forward, it's a little bit more of a diagonal. And then it really shake it out. If you want to try it one more time each side, you can, right? If you feel like one side was kind of close, if you're done with it, you can just rest in child's pose. And that one, it requires a certain amount of hip flexibility, which we did work on, right? We opened up our hips before we got to it, but it's also a combination of strength. So it's always a combination of the two. We'll meet back in our downward facing dog when you're ready to move. Step back to the front, roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. Standing number 4. So hands come to heart center, prayer position. Take your right foot and cross it over your left. So we're still opening up the hips here. As you bend your left leg, you're starting to sit lower. Maybe you can get your elbows onto that shin or maybe hands to the floor or the blocks. There's another arm balance here. If you know it, you're more than welcome to try it. Flying pigeon, Ekapada Shalabhasana. Otherwise, just focus on the hip opener, right? Opening up the hip, but also the balance. So it's a balance pose at the same time. Good, come up, shake it out, and switch sides. Left foot goes across, flex that foot, bend your right leg, take your time, focus your gaze, balancing and opening up the left hip, maybe hands in prayer, maybe hands to the floor or blocks, or maybe an arm balance. Good, come up, release that side, one more balancing pose, dancer pose, not Anjanasana, lift the left arm up, right hand grabs your right foot or ankle, and you can go inside or outside, and then slowly lift that leg up, finding that back bend as you balance. Good, release, switch sides, right arm up, left hand to that left foot or ankle, find your balance, and lift that left leg up. Good, release, and then meet at the top of the mat, feet back together, hands back to heart center. Take a deep breath, standing up nice and tall here in your Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, step back, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Shift forward to plank and then lower all the way down to the ground. Good. Bring your forehead down. Take your arms by your side like airplane. Squeeze your legs together and then lift everything up. Chest, legs, arms, finding that back bend here. Just a variation on Shalabhasana, Locust Pose. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring one ear down. Let everything relax. Now you can repeat that or interlace your fingers behind your back. Forehead or chin down, squeeze the legs together, And then lift back up and lift your hands away from your lower back and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring your other ear down. Relax. Now keep your feet hips width. Reach your arms forward for Superman. So now as you lift everything up, you're trying to lift your arms up, biceps in line with your ears, lift the legs up, feet are hips width. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, other ear down. We're going to do just one more back bend for today. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. If you don't want to do bow, pick any of the variations you just did. If you're coming into bow, bend the legs, grab the outside of your ankles. Knees and feet hips width. Kick back through the shins and lift your chest and hold. Last back bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, bring one ear down, windshield wiper your shins side to side to release your lower back. And when you're ready, all the way back to a child's pose and reset your spine. Downward facing dog. We'll be setting up for our pigeon pose. If you don't like pigeon or it doesn't feel good on your knees at all, you can always modify laying on your back with a lying down number 4. If you're doing pigeon, lift the right leg up, bend the knee and bring it forward, but start upright here in your pigeon. So if your right leg is bent, right, your foot's tucked close to you but not under you. Right hand is going to stay on the floor, and we'll use our left hand to grab the inside of the left foot and pull it in. So you're getting that quad stretch, different than the one we did in lizard. Lizard, we did opposite hand to foot. Now we're doing same hand to foot, left hand to left foot. If you get that foot close to you and you have the shoulder flexibility, you can spin your fingers forward and your elbow points up, and you get that stretch in front of the shoulder as well. Otherwise, just pull it in and get that quad stretch. Good, let go. Square your hips to the front, fold forward over that front leg. If your hips are feeling pretty flexible today, or your hips are all the way on the floor and you have no pain in the knee, that's when you can start to think about moving the shin forward. But if it causes pain in the knee or causes you to lean over to the side, don't move your shin forward, keep it tucked in. If you do move it forward, flex the foot. And wherever you're at, you can always use props too, right? Blocks to help you under the hip or under the forehead if you have them, so that you can relax into it. Let's start to walk the hands in, and then you can go back to a 3-legged dog and shake it out, or you can take a vinyasa, whatever helps you to reset. Eventually we'll meet in down dog before we do the other side. When you're ready, lifting the left leg up, bringing that knee forward for your half pigeon or your 1-leg pigeon. Knee in line with the hip, foot close to you. We'll start with that quad stretch first, so keeping your left hand on the floor or maybe on a block to help you balance. Right hand to the inside of the right foot and pull it in as close to as you can. Maybe spinning the fingers forward so the elbow points up, getting that shoulder stretch, or just going for the quad stretch. Good. Now when you do let go of the back foot, as you square your hips forward, you can adjust the shin. You can adjust your props if you need them. You basically just want to find that good spot where you feel a nice stretch in the left outer hip, but no pain or discomfort in the knee. So use as many props as you need to help you get there. And then fold forward. Relax your arms, relax your head and your neck, and focus on creating space in the hips. Walk your hands in. We'll go into our final down dog. So you can do a three-legged dog again. You can move the leg around, or you can take one final vinyasa. Eventually you'll meet in that last down dog and just kind of check in, right? See how it feels compared to the first one. See if you can get your heels a little closer to the floor. When you're ready, you'll have a seat. Extending your left leg out straight. We're going to start with a seated twist by taking our right foot and stepping it across flat on the floor. Your left arm, you can hug the leg or you can hook your left elbow to the outside of the thigh. Right fingertips on the floor behind you to help you sit up nice and tall and lengthen your spine as you twist. Now as you untwist, keep your left leg straight, move your right foot next to the inner thigh, Anjanasana. Sit up tall, lengthen, and then fold over the left leg, bringing your head towards your knee or your shin. Remember, you can also use a strap around the foot if you have it, right? And if you can't reach it, or you can just grab the leg, whatever you've got there. Slowly come up, and then we'll switch sides. We'll start with the twist first. So extend your right leg straight, step your left foot across. Your right arm can hug the knee or hook that elbow to the outside. And then left hand behind you, lengthening the spine, sitting up tall as you twist. Now as you untwist, move your left foot next to the inner thigh. Keep flexing the right foot, lengthen, sit up tall, and fold forward. Janushirasana, head to knee pose. Now slowly come up, and then we'll open up our legs wide for seated straddle splits. Konasana. Kind of wiggle those legs as far apart as you can. Flex your feet, and then start with a side stretch first. So right hand grabbing the right leg or foot as you reach that left arm over your ear. Then take it to the other side. Now, as you come up, keep your feet flexed. Walk your hands forward and fold. Stretching into the inner thighs, the hamstrings, and the lower back. Walk your hands in, carefully shake out your legs. One more seated stretch will bring the legs together for Pashimotonasana. So sitting up nice and tall, feet flexed, legs all the way together. Again, lengthen the spine first and then fold forward, grabbing the legs, the wrists, the strap, whatever you have there to stretch the hamstrings, calves, and lower back. come up, and we'll make our way onto our backs, rolling down, hugging the knees into your chest, giving a little rock side to side. Maybe draw a couple small circles on your lower back, moving the knees in both directions. We'll keep the right knee hugging in and extend the left leg long. Squeeze your right knee to the right shoulder first. That creates a little space in the hips. Then you open your right arm like a T and use your left hand to twist that right knee across your body, coming into your spinal twist. If it feels okay on the neck, maybe turning your head looking to the right. Maybe wherever you're at, closing the eyes. Bring it back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Neutralize the spine in between sides. Then we'll keep that left knee in and straighten the right leg out. Squeeze your left knee to your left shoulder. Open your left arm like a T. Use your right hand and twist that leg across, taking your spinal twist to the other side, coming into our last pose before our Shavasana. Then bring it back to center. Give both knees a squeeze one more time. Wrap your arms around your shins, curling up into a nice tight little ball, giving yourself a big hug, and then letting it go as you come into Shavasana, our final relaxation. Extending the legs out long and letting the feet fall open. Arms relax alongside you, palms facing up. Then take those shoulders, shrug them down away from the ears, keeping the neck long. As you close your eyes, clear away all of your thoughts. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go and letting your muscles relax even deeper into the floor. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to bring some small movements back into your body. Maybe draw a few circles with your wrists and ankles, moving them in both directions. Maybe gently moving your head a little bit side to side. Anything that feels good to you. And when you feel ready, reach the arms overhead, reach the legs long, create that nice full body stretch, getting as tall as you can. Hug both knees into your chest and roll over to one side, coming into a fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed, use the hands to help press you all the way up into a comfortable seated position, crossing the legs and sitting up nice and tall. Hands come together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take a couple last deep breaths here, noticing how your body feels after your yoga practice today. Let's take one more nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go. Lifting your hands to your forehead, your third eye center, and bowing forward. Namaste.